There was a TV series in the 90s.
Yeah, but it was not related. There was no Freddy
Oh,
in
yeah,
it. It
there's
was
no
just
Freddy.
it was like an anthology series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or like an X-Filesy kind of thing. So there were two main characters
Oh,
who owned like a weird curio shop, like a spooky shop. But like,
okay.
Imagine a world where
I think if somebody bought something, they followed
Jason
them.
Voorhees became a small
out to
shop
that,
owner
yeah.
in Maine instead of killing campers. He still looked fucked up like that, but
I like you doing the South Park. You're doing the South Park.
Exactly. In a world.
the world where
Okay, all right, let's
Jason
start.
Voorhees basically got. Let's roll into it from here.
It's very us coded, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Stabby Road Podcast.
All right, sure.
Welcome to the Stabby Road.
Hey,
Podcast.
we're here. Welcome to the Stabby Road Podcast. Yeah, a podcast where you know the deal. It's a bunch of us watching movies and living. So
It's different.
but this time it's a little different.
Yes.
And so one thing you're gonna notice is that we're all in different places this time. The reason being is that if you're not on the East Coast and you don't know, there's a fuck ton of snow out here. And we can't get to the studio, which is in Queens, and we also can't park. So it's virtually it's just kind of impossible to get there. So we figured rather than skip doing episodes, we would give you guys a show nonetheless.
We're trying.
And what an interesting show we have. So here's what we're doing this year. This year is kind of unique it's kind of different in that it has 3 separate Friday the 13th throughout the year. So we decided we're going to cover all 12 Friday the 13th 4 at a time.
Because we're insane.
So,
That's the way to do it, guys. There's no better way to do it.
Yes. So we're starting, of course, with the first Friday the 13th, which is this episode, and we'll do the next 4 for this month. And that's how that's going to work. And when's the next one? In March? Is that the deal?
Yeah, it's February, March, November.
And then
November. February, March, November.
And then
Fuckers are gonna have to wait a long time for those last 4. And
Right.
Well worth it, though.
It'll be worth it.
It will
Yeah.
definitely be worth the wait.
Those are some of the best 4.
Mhm.
It'll be great. All right. So Friday the 13th, 1980 seminal horror film, directed by Sean Cunningham, starring Adrian King, starring Betsy Palmer, and a whole bunch of other people, and a very young, not his first role though, very young Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
I don't think one of his first roles before that, I don't think his actual first role was in Animal House.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
we all
Thank
know
you,
him.
sir. May I have another?
Yes, that guy. And also the guy gets trampled and flattened at the end of the parade.
Also
which
very
is
true, yes.
Insanely hilarious and out of nowhere visual. But we're talking about, of course, Friday the 13th.
I mean, he's got a couple of those in this movie, too. I'm just saying.
Yes. Yeah.
Between that belly flop and his kill.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
I love his kill is probably the best.
It's my favorite. One of my all-time
movie.
It's my
100%.
favorite in the whole franchise. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
It's the one that stuck with me, and not just because it's Kevin Bacon, you know? It's
No, yeah,
always
exactly.
When I think about Friday the 13th, I think about the
That
arrow
kill,
going
yeah.
through the chest from
Yeah.
underneath. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
With makeup effects by the great Tom Savini, who we will get
so
into.
good.
Believe me, we're going to get into him in this episode.
Yeah.
And so that's we basically start in on, was it 1958 that it starts or something?
Yes, I think
Or-
50.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because it's
there's,
the year after Jason drowns. Yeah.
Correct.
The year
Yep.
after he drowned, and there's so for those of you who don't know, I am house/dog sitting. So from time to time you're going to hear a dog bark.
Oh, yeah, Bubba.
Yeah. Wherever Josh is, if you see Sabby Tech Josh, that's actually our house. So I'm in a different house right now. Where were we?
Party at Rob's house!
Yeah, you've all been here. You know it's awesome,
Mhm.
especially during the summer. Not so much during winter where we are completely snowed in like The Shining.
It is also so freakishly cold.
Yes. Yeah.
Like negatives in the single digits of
Yeah.
wind chill.
Yeah, yeah. Again, whoever's not on the East Coast, you are quite lucky.
Yeah,
Yes,
Because,
indoor weather, guys. Indoor weather.
Yeah.
it is indeed.
Yeah,
Go
that's-
watch horror
yeah.
movies and then come listen to us talk about them.
And perfect time to do that. Perfect time.
So do we want to talk everybody's like experiences with this movie?
That's
Like-
a good idea because I mean, obviously spoilers, but if you, what are you doing here?
Everybody's
Yeah.
talked this
I
movie to
feel
death.
obligated. I just feel obligated for that one person who's going to be like, "Oh my god, it was his mom."
They spoiled it.
Okay, wait, hold on one second.
Movie?
Okay. So
Sorry.
we're going to be giving spoiler alerts. So the four of you who have never seen Friday the 13th
Yes.
and call
Or
yourselves
Scream.
horror fans, pause this right here.
Yes. or
Go watch
Scream.
Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Come back and pick up right here. Yeah, this is his mom the whole time.
Yeah.
Whee!
Yay.
But yeah, sure. Experiences. Let's go. Because Josh, I mean, I'm curious. I want to start with Josh because I
Yeah.
believe this is one of your favorite franchises, right?
Okay, so this is my brother's favorite franchise.
Okay.
My second, I don't want to rank them. I could.
What's one of yours,
My
right?
first is Saw.
Yeah.
Saw is my all-time favorite.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably second.
Okay.
But I watch them so regularly. I love these movies. But for me, when it was like you're 12, 13, you want to get into horror movies, I don't know why, but like Scream was the one that was like that was the one you watched. And I remember my dad sitting us down and being like, you can watch Scream, but you like won't understand it because it's built on a history of slashers. So we sat and we watched like the first 4 Friday the 13th, the first couple Halloweens. Like,
Well
yeah,
done.
watched all the
Bravo,
classics,
Dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
which was awesome because he always found a way of like building in homework to the movies.
Well, because here's the thing.
Before you watch
Okay,
this
so-
one, you really have to watch.
So both the boys, both our sons, Stabby Tech Josh and Stabby Tech Jake, are homeschooled. So all the curriculum stuff and the non-movie stuff, my wife taught them. So she was the one who took them to museums and get guitar lessons and teach them about history, and I would be the ones who would teach them about films.
Films and art and
Yeah, so when they were very young, I couldn't really show them a lot of horror films. So what I would do is there was a workaround. What I would do is I would get the DVDs and I would show them the behind the scenes. So like for example, like with Blade 2, like I would show them how the Reapers were made, so that
yeah.
they would be like they would be into
Smart.
like how it was made versus.
I will say,
Yeah.
infinitely more disturbing. It's like a half-dressed guy with like mechanical parts.
Now the first really disturbing film I showed them because they were like leaving food around the house.
Oh my god!
And so I was like, all right, you know what? This is what could happen if you leave food around the house. And I showed them the E.G. Marshall segment of Creepshow.
Oh boy.
So
That's not even that's stuck. I still have like a legit.
I was gonna say that's like that's where that comes from.
yes,
Lesson
Oh.
learned.
Oh,
Listen,
There's another story of where it comes from, but
Oh.
I'll
Yeah.
tell everyone off air.
but they do not bring food in the house anymore.
Oof.
I mean, in their rooms and things like that. So
I mean,
it
they
worked
learned.
to a certain extent. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus. So yeah, watch these movies. Quickly fell in love with them. Every Halloween we do like a binge of all of them, and this one less so one of my favorites in the franchise.
Oh my god, Josh! I love you so much, but what?
I like them as they go a little crazier. Like
That is fair.
as they get into the Creighton Duke and the Necronomicon stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, this one is a lesser one for me, but it's still great. Still good.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we can circle it around now.
Yeah.
Who wants Rob? Do you,
I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so for me, I saw this in the movies because it was interesting because I didn't know anything about it, but I did know that Tom Savini was doing the makeup.
Mm.
And this is before the internet, and this is before, for the most part, slasher films were not a thing yet.
right.
We had like Black Christmas, we had Halloween.
But it wasn't like this whole
Yeah.
genre
Craze,
of
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And at that time, also, it was horror movies that were slasher movies that were based on some kind of wacky holiday.
Mm,
So and they were
Okay, yeah.
riding on they've admitted they were literally riding on the coattails of Halloween.
smart.
Um, and I also recently found out that they're not only riding on the coattails of Halloween, they're riding on the coattails of Meatballs.
Oh, good. Summer camp stuff.
The summer camp movies, and they were like, "Oh, what if
Okay.
we
That
did
makes a lot of sense.
slasher film and a summer camp movie at the same time?"
Genius, honestly.
That's yeah, very
we'll make
genius. Yeah,
we'll
exactly.
make twice the amount of money.
Yeah,
Which
good on them.
I mean, it worked. To be honest with you, it was a huge hit, enough to spawn 12 movies, which we'll
Jeez.
cover over the course of
Yes.
the year.
Yeah.
But I didn't know anything about it, so I was really surprised. I didn't, at the time, I still didn't know that much about movie makeup, even though I ended up starting in the business in movie makeup. But it was one of those films that really helped me, oh shit, this is kind of what I want to do.
Aw.
And I had no clue how they did the Kevin Bacon death, which is the arrow through the throat. And I was like, how the fuck did they do that? And, and so, yeah, there weren't a lot of slasher films. So to me, it was a big deal. It was a big deal to see this.
Yeah.
It was, and then people like things like different characters who we kind of think is goofy now are kind of creepy, like freaking, that wacky guy at the gas station.
Ralph.
Ralph, yeah. I think his name is it Creepy Ralph or Strange Ralph?
Creepy. It's creepy. I think it's Creepy Ralph. Yes.
Yeah, like that guy kind of
think
really kind of creeped me out, And so that was the film that made me think, oh, okay, this is something I could do with like makeup, And back then there was no internet, so you had to physically travel into. There was a place in Long Island City, I think it was called Alcone, that where you would get all of your makeup supplies from.
That's so
and
cool.
Yeah, and it was just literally like, and there were no gatekeepers at that time, so anybody buying stuff there, you could just ask them questions, they'd tell you. So I learned how to cook foam and how to do life casts and all that stuff, because they were just online. They were like happy to teach you, because at the time it was just something people did for low budget horror films. Nobody was, at the time, they weren't making money off it. And at the time, like, even if you just jumped ahead 3-4 years after like The Thing and after things like that, and after American Werewolf in London, when special effects makeup guys became rock stars, like people would go, they could care less if who's in the film. They would go to see a movie that like Rob Bottin would do the effects for, Tom Savini would do the effects for, Rick Baker would do the effects for. They became like the stars of the film for a good chunk of the 80s.
Their own followings.
Had their own following. So back when I was there, that didn't exist. So everyone was just like, oh yeah, when I worked on this film, I learned how to like pump blood by doing this. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's how I would do, and so
and they were probably like stoked to talk to other people about it. Like,
psyched. Well, because also to go back, and we've talked this about Dick Smith in the past, but that's, I think so many of those guys learned from Dick Smith. And Dick Smith was one of those guys where, like, if you wrote him a letter,
yes, you have.
Yeah, you said, yeah,
and say,
I was everything back to you.
He would send he would, like people like, oh, I don't.
That.
How did you make your blood? Your blood looks so nice, like in Taxi Driver, it looks so great. He would send back a whole handwritten thing, because it's not like you didn't have like a Xerox machine in 1976. Right. He would just handwrite and so I think so many of them at the time, because there was no real competition. Everyone had no problems just sharing information.
Yeah.
And so I think I have Friday the 13th to thank for that, and I also, like, even now when I see films that have like big makeup effects, I'm always so psyched, because I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great to watch.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I get very, very excited for. It's so weird. TJ, sorry, do you mind if I just hop into mine?
No, go for it. Yeah, no, jump right in.
Because this will like circle in. As we all know, I'm a little bit of a late bloomer when it comes to the horror genre. And one of my best friends when I was a kid, one of her birthday sleepovers, she did like a horror movie marathon. And it was this and Halloween. And I got so freaked out that I got an ulcer
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
Oh my
literally had
God.
to go to the hospital. I like developed a stomach ulcer from the stress of just being there. And now I'm like the opposite end of the desensitized spectrum. And it's just hilarious. Because now, too, I think there are certain movies that I think even now might affect me if I don't think about them technically,
Mm.
if that makes sense. Like,
Mhm.
Mhm.
you know, like even Terrifier 2, I'm like, if I didn't know the making of and like how hard they worked on it, like the whole alley scene, I probably would have been one of those people like throwing up in the
Mm.
aisle. But so I do get really excited too when it comes to the practical effects, and I'm super excited to talk about them in this movie. Obviously Kevin Bacon's kill is possibly one of my all-time, not even just in the franchise, just like all-time favorite horror kills, I think, because the timing of it is so well done. The pacing of the blood dripping onto him, like every time you think it's about to
Mhm.
happen, they wait just a little bit longer.
Mhm.
So your guard is down by the time it finally does happen. Oh my god, it's so that the timing of it is amazing. And then the makeup of his girlfriend, the axe to the face,
Right.
is
Yep.
incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
And shockingly simple to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, but incredibly effective. Yeah.
they were really good in this, I think, like working with their budget and their strengths and weaknesses of, okay, we can't show it directly, but we'll have the way, you know, she reaches up with the axe and it hits the light, and then that gives them the break to cut back to her. I really liked what they did with what they had to work with as
Right.
far as like, you know, very indie, very low budget. Because then, I mean, you know, the rest of the kills in the movie are a little bit underwhelming compared to those two. It's a lot of like throat slashing.
Right.
But
But
Mhm.
then,
you
but
get it.
again, if you put yourself in that time
Right.
and you're coming off of Halloween where there's virtually no blood.
No blood. Yeah,
Right,
you're right.
So
yeah, like none.
now you
Yeah.
feel like you're watching Halloween, but without any restraints in terms
Right.
of gore.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back to Black Christmas. There was a decent amount, but not like
Yeah.
this.
Very
Yeah.
little. Yeah.
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 So yeah, I do appreciate that. I think it was one of the I think after Halloween, this was the one of the major franchises that I started getting into. I think it was like Halloween, this one, and then Nightmare on Elm Street. That one took me a while to dip my toe into because I'm like, I need to be able to sleep. I don't want to go there. I just won't go to camp. But I actually did go to a summer camp like this when I was a kid too. So
Oh my
it's
God.
probably a good thing I did not see this before then. But yeah, I mean the iconic score too. I'm in a similar boat, Josh, with like I like them as they get progressively crazier, but I do love this one for sort of setting a tone for like, you know, helping establish the horror genre, and for also like having the killer be a woman. That's just a delicious twist that I don't think, especially back in the day, I
Yeah.
don't think anybody would have
Mhm.
seen that coming.
No, because it was billed
Nobody
as
did.
like it was billed as this slasher,
Yeah.
you know, and because it's one of those times where I think misogyny worked in our favor.
Yeah.
we were not expecting the killer to be a woman.
Not at all.
You know,
Misogyny.
or even
I think-
worked in the favor of the audience. And what
I
I'm
think
saying,
it's the fact that they don't. She's not presented as a character that exists up
Yeah.
until that moment. Nobody
Also
talks
fair.
about
Yes.
Jason's mother up until
Yeah.
yeah,
like
Very
But even so, just like the twist of, you know, like her pulling in and Alice thinking she's going to be her savior,
Mhm.
and then just the slow descent into her insanity.
yes, that is all played.
So good.
Yeah.
So this one is one of my favorites, definitely a rewatch that I put on in the background all the time. But yeah, I will say I don't love the next three.
Oh my god, you're out of your fuck. Three is one of my favorites.
It,
Three is so
as it
good.
gets more crazy and camp toward like the end of the series, I'm like, all right, lean into it. Let's go. We know
Three is the best
Interesting.
version of the simple slasher. Three is the best version of the where you're
the
just
rules
kids in a
of
cabin.
this universe that there are none, and it pisses
There
me
are
off.
no rules in this universe.
So what? Jason The implication is that Jason didn't actually drown when he was 6, and he's been living in the woods of Camp Crystal Lake so that he could grow to be the size of a man and just watched his mother mourn him and go insane.
Sonia, if we start
Really?
poking holes in it,
We will.
it
Yes.
stinks.
Yes.
Yeah.
It stinks like the boat at the beginning. At the end, we have to just accept it.
I can't.
Well,
I can have so much suspension of disbelief for other things, but
later they say that it's the Necronomicon that did it. That brought it back.
Okay, but he would still have the body of a 6-year-old if that's when he died.
No, he has the body of a WWE wrestler.
Correct.
Correct. Per the rules of the Necronomicon, if it brings you to life, you get the body of Hulk Hogan.
Oh my god! All right, fair. But that's what I'll say. The other.
That's
watching them all of the first 4 back to back. This was the first time I'd ever done that.
Oh wow!
So,
okay.
And Eric watched them with me, and we watched 2, 3, and 4, like right in a row, all in one night.
Is 4 the one with Corey Feldman?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do kind of like that one. I don't hate that. I like that.
I kind of like that one. It's funny because I can watch all of these movies, and they won't affect me in any way. But 4, I still wake up in a sweaty scream sometimes, thinking of that weird Corey Feldman wig that he's got with a bits of strand of hair. That is the creepiest thing in the world.
It was very creepy.
Yeah.
And I love how they follow up the Corey Feldman stuff in the 5th one.
I haven't watched the 5th one, I think, since COVID. And it was one of those, like, let me put it on in the background just so I have a peripheral. I need to sit and watch it. I can't remember, but I do like 4. Yeah, I just
like 1, 2, 3, 4 are like good establishing. Let's do every twist on the kids in a cabin.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. They're really like, we've run out of ideas entirely, and we're just going to throw everything at a wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's we've really run out of everything, and we're going to put them in fucking space.
Yes.
And it's like that's
well said. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the elephant's graveyard of a lot of a horror series. You know,
right?
When you run out of deer, they just put them up in space.
They go to space.
Well, yeah.
It's
the final frontier, guys. I mean, where else are you going to go at that point?
Because it's nerd. We're going to send them to hell. We're going to do a crossover. Mm-hmm. We're going to send them to space, and then we're going to reboot it. That's literally this franchise itself.
That's the 4 stages of death.
Start of the game plan. It's the game plan. Yes.
You're not wrong. You are not. And I have to, watching now 2, 3, and 4 back to back, I was like, I had to look up on IMDb. I'm like, oh, which came first? Did Halloween? Which one is it? Like Michael Comes Home or whatever, where they kind of established that, like, oh, he's gonna pass it on to his niece, kind of thing. I was like,
yeah.
Was that kind of
which one was
inspired by this, like the Corey Feldman pass off a little bit? Because this one did come out, I think, like 5 or 7 years before the Halloween 4. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Interesting.
I think they maybe were a little inspired by that.
I guarantee they were.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to say, like, watching 2, 3, and 4 right in a row. Oh my god.
They do blend
starting
together.
The movie with the last 10 minutes of the previous fucking movie.
Oh yeah. You can't watch them back to back. Like,
oh
I
my
do that a lot, and it is always rough for the first 10 minutes.
Oh my god! By the time we got to 4, my notes just went no. This is like I know what happened. Let's go. But yeah, other than that,
a symptom of no internet existing and needing to have a movie.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, TJ.
All right. So, this always was one of the ones that I actually found scary as compared to the rest of the franchise. Now, one of the things for me always has been when it's something that like is legitimately like real and could really happen, I always found way more frightening. So something like this as compared to 6'2", 12-year-old Jason coming out of the water and now killing people, like very unlikely to happen. A crazy woman showing up at a camp and killing a bunch of people, that could happen. So I even still found it disturbing watching it, but it also was, it's this is also why it is one of my favorites in there, despite not including the classic Jason and Mask and all that
Mhm.
stuff. So this was not even the first Friday the 13th that I was shown. The first one I was shown, I think, was 5. But
Oh wow.
once we rewatched them all, I think I'm like, well, this is all my older cousin showed me when I was probably like 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's, we're talking 90, 91, 92. He started showing, and
Mm.
then he showed me Jason. And I remember even watching the first one. And when it wasn't Jason at the end, being like, what the hell is going on here?
Oh.
Still being, but then again, being like, that was frightening as hell. Like this woman
Mhm.
just shows up. She's just killing all these people. So it's always been one of my favorites. Again, we've talked about nauseam, the Kevin Bacon kill. Like it's the one, like I said, it's what I think of when the first thing that pops up in my head when I think of Friday the 13th, aside from a hockey mask,
Mhm.
is that. So at least something from the first film resonates with me when I think about the franchise. But I'm glad we're doing this. I have only rewatched this one thus far. And then tonight I was going to rewatch 2 and possibly 3 as well. Now I think I'm going to watch them individually and not back to back and
Do
kind of
it.
do it that way. But I'm excited to jump back into more of these. I'm really glad we're doing this over the course of this year. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, agreed.
There's one we're gonna cover next month that is I think 90% an unwatchable movie and still my favorite in the franchise.
That makes perfect sense, actually.
It's
Yeah.
that last 10%, and I'll bring it up when we cover.
I know exactly what you're doing. Yep. And I agree. I agree. It's so worth it.
Yeah.
One of the things you mentioned, Sona, that I really want to agree with is, and you mentioned about the Kevin Bacon kill, was how they kept making you think like every second it was going to happen, and it didn't. I love the reveal of the guy on the top bunk that they
Yes.
didn't know.
Oh, the blood.
Um,
Oh, brilliant.
Yes, but even when it's not true, when they're just down there, getting busy, and then the camera just pans up, the lightning strikes, you see the dead
Yeah.
body up there, like, oh my god, how creepy. Then she gets up, she's getting ready to leave. I'm like, how? Like, all she has to do is look up, she'll see it. Everything gets blown, but it doesn't happen. But the whole film, all those they really do a really really good job of keeping you like on the edge of your seat. It's not even jump scares, just making
Yeah.
you think it's about to happen, and no. You know what I mean? It's not a cat jumping out that brings you down. It's more just
Yeah.
like you naturally start to slowly settle down, and then a little more, and then back a
Yeah.
little more, and then boom, finally it happens. So the whole film does a really great job with that. One plot hole that I mentioned to Josh when I saw him the other night that always makes me that made me laugh really hard is, what's his name? Is it Steve Christie? Is that the guy
Yeah.
who is
The
all right.
owner.
So yes, so when he's getting ready to leave, right? And he's talking to all the counselors, telling them what to do, and he's in his Jeep. He says, I'm going to be back just after lunch. And the next time we see him, it's like 11 at night in the pouring rain in a diner. Nobody's had any concern that this guy was supposed to be back hours and hours and hours ago and is now essentially missing. Nobody seems to
Yeah.
care whatsoever until they all start dying. So maybe
Valid.
if they cared a little bit more about their boss,
Well, maybe
perhaps
he
they'd
shouldn't
be
have been
alive today. All right.
Maybe he shouldn't have been such a dick the minute they showed up. You
Yeah,
know.
my boss was
It was not that bad, I don't think.
and then left so that me and the other counselors could play games and have sex like that.
Yeah.
They gotta
Also,
be
not
worried.
just play
They
games
gotta
and
be
have
looking
sex.
for his location.
Not just play games and have sex. Wear wacky shorts with no shirts on and zany like suspenders.
Wear wacky
What was
shorts with no suspenders.
Suspenders. Did one guy have like a bow tie? I have no idea. Like,
Yes, I
Ned
think so.
was
He looked like a
bonkers.
Chippendales
Yeah,
dancer.
but
yeah.
the 70s was not a good time for shorts for men.
No, it was
Yeah.
not.
You know
What
what I
kind
mean?
of shorts did you wear in the 70s, Rob?
Pretty much the same.
All right,
yeah.
very good. Very
Yeah,
good.
I'm sure there are times I bent over to pick up a nickel and gave the whole world a fruit bowl
All
because
right, very good.
because those were short ass shorts.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Was it the
Yeah.
summer camp movies? Because I feel like that's the only time I see it. I mean, obviously, I wasn't around while it was happening, but like
No, people-
sleepaway camp, the
particularly
same. I'm
guys,
like,
yeah.
good God, they're wearing less clothing than the women.
Oh yeah, it was like
Yes, and they're
super
in
short
their
shorts.
crop tops.
Yes,
and then
crop
and they'd have
tops.
they'd have these gym socks that went all the way up to their knees,
Yes,
and it was
Yeah.
always like two colors around the
Yes!
top of it.
Yes. Yeah.
it's bonkers.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can always see the dude's abs in 80s movies.
yeah.
I mean,
wouldn't-
80s was all about the hard body in general, men
Right.
and women. But still,
I mean, I've never had abs. I don't have a six pack. I have a keg. But if I had abs, perhaps I would show them off once in a while. I don't know. I can't really judge anybody because I've never had anything worth showing off. So why would I?
No, I have to say, I was very excited that the 90s started circling back recently, fashion wise, because I didn't have the self esteem to wear crop tops in high school. And once I like got back into shape, now I was like, oh, good. Yes, I can do it this time. Excellent. So, yeah, I get it. It's just interesting. I'm
Yeah.
wondering, because I mean, fashion obviously is like so similar to entertainment where it's almost a response to the previous decade.
Mhm.
So, like, you know, the 70s and there was so much brown in the 70s.
Brown, orange.
Brown and
Like
all.
earth tones.
Earth
And so it
tones.
makes sense that the 80s ended
Shag,
up being
yeah.
neon and pink and all of that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, where did was it like in a response to bell bottoms? Maybe like men were like, fuck bell bottoms. My dad wore bell bottoms. I'm going to wear short shorts. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
It's
That's
just,
kinda
a
what
weird.
it was,
That's
yeah.
a weird. That's a weird flex to be like, you know,
Right?
I'm not wearing bell bottoms. I'm gonna wear fucking tidy whities and shorts. Dad, how about
Yeah.
that? How about
But I-
that? And I'm rooting for the Mets, not the Yankees. You know.
love it. I don't know. It fascinates me. The psychology of fashion and like how connected it is to entertainment too absolutely fascinates me. And like kind of watching the pendulum swing back around and stuff. Yeah.
Look, as somebody who, you know, loves the 90s aesthetic, I love that it's circling back.
I do too. As
Me
fashion
too.
wise, I love it. I am very upset though, and I have said this a little bit, that heroin chic is coming back.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's not good.
it's not. And I was like, that's what I said the minute the tattoo chokers came back. I was like, oh good, but please let's
Yeah.
not do that again. And we're doing that again. And I'm like, oh my God, I once was enough. I'm like, I still have trauma. Can we not do this again? But yeah, I guess you gotta take the bad with the good.
I have been trying to get a book written by the he was a kid, the kid who sort of popularized the heroin chic movement.
Really?
Yeah, let me find his name because he's a really
He wrote
fascinating.
He wrote a book about it?
Well, he put together like an art book. He was a photographer. He was like a 17-year-old kid. There's a documentary about him.
Cool.
Give me 2 seconds because I'm not more than 2 seconds away from finding his name.
No, yeah, you're good. Because I'm noticing
David Sorrenti.
David Sorrenti. Okay.
Yeah, he died like real young. He was like a New York artist. Yeah,
Okay.
really fascinating dude. But
Yeah.
yes, sorry, you said heroin chic in my brain. It's been a
No,
hundred-
I'm curious. I want to look that up now. I mean, I think it's at least in porn right now. I'm noticing it's almost a response to the Kardashian era of like the
Mm.
big tits and the big ass and the big lips, and it's like now the little petite hard-bodied spinnerette with tiny tits is coming back again. So it's interesting. I'm like, do we have to swing that
We're
far
we're
every
killing
time?
big butts and big boobs.
Yeah, really. I'm out.
What is going
telling
on?
myself.
I know. I'm telling you.
It's over.
I'm done. We're
I
out.
know. I'm just telling you. If you're a mainstream porn watcher, I bet you've noticed. But yeah,
Wow.
I
That's-
know. I know.
Yep. So speaking of mainstream porn, Friday the 13th is
Look, if I was slightly more knowledgeable, I could actually probably spin that because I know there's got to be a connection there.
Well, I was about to say. I was just thinking. I'm like, wait, do we see titties in this? I don't.
Oh,
think we
oh
see-
yeah, when Kevin Bacon and his girlfriend are.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And we
Yes.
see man butt, which we
Yes.
do not get a lot, and
Don't
I
get
am
a
a
man
big
butt.
fan of man butt. Just in general.
Yep.
I will say, I'm currently writing a slasher movie.
About a man butt
Heavily
that attacks
inspired
a
by
group of campers.
heavily inspired by Friday the 13th. No, there is, and I should have a draft in the next week. Heavy man butt and more.
Ooh, ja. Is this the one I think it is?
Yes.
Is there dong, Josh? Is that what you mean by more? Do you have dong? Do you have a
Yeah.
killer dong now? Not
Yeah.
you personally.
It's called Killer
But-
Butt versus Dong Hang.
Yeah,
That's
there
the film
is,
he's-
there
yeah.
is there
Killer dong versus man butt.
Yes.
there is dong and man,
Man
butt.
butt pig.
Freddy versus Jason all over again.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, this
Ugh.
is an exclusive. There will be man butt and dong in my next movie.
Fuck yes,
How
let's
about
go.
How about that, folks?
Let's go.
You know the one thing I actually did notice about this time out seeing it, and I think it's just because now having been an editor for so long, that they use a lot of ADR to explain things.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that they'll be in a room and then you'll see somebody from the back and you'll hear them, like, I should probably go in the other room and nothing possibly is going to happen here, and then and they'll turn back to her and go, no, I'll stay right here, you go in, and and it's like no one's actually talking, and
Nobody's speaking. Yeah,
no one's actually
this is a
speaking, and
still frame, guys.
you could tell that they probably had a cut and they were like, oh, we need to sort of explain a bunch of things to an audience, and so
Yeah.
we
Like
gotta
on set,
recut
they were like, we know what's happening. What's this role?
yeah,
Let's get it
so
done.
we have to create these gaps to fill in
Yeah.
some information.
I mean, it works.
Oh no, it works great. I
Yeah.
mean, it's seamless. I'm like very particular when it comes to ADR because so many people do ADR wrong, and they'll record it not the same way that it was recorded on set. So everybody's voice sounds like 5 feet closer to the camera than they do, and it never sounds natural. So I think probably the only reason I never really noticed it is because it didn't stick out.
Yeah, agreed. It doesn't stick out. It's not like they were clearly outside with a camera mic then versus in a studio.
Right.
We actually, did I tell you guys that for Horrifier 2 we had to do that all ADR?
No. Oh really? Oh wow.
Yeah, because we were afraid in the studio that we were renting. They were like, you can do nudity and stuff, but you cannot do like explicit, you can't do. So we didn't want to make any noise if we could help it.
Right.
And so like I was sitting on the bed with my headphones, mic, and that giant ball gag in my mouth, just the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah. I think Eric took BTS of that. I need to upload that because it's hilarious to watch.
That's crazy.
Yeah, all of our sound for that entire film was ADR.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
About that.
Yeah, so no, but that was it. It's the first time I actually really noticed that they did a lot. There's a lot of ADR.
That was one of my issues watching it this time as a screenwriter is just there's not much going on at all, and what much is happening is like, and I love I think the non-horror version of this, like The Big Chill, it's like I love a version of this movie where it's just people hanging around talking. But then you've also got stuff like, there's no setup for Jason's mom at all.
Right.
She just shows up.
You can't guess. It's not a twist.
Fair.
So from a script perspective, I was like, there's really not a ton going on here. And,
very easily you could have had Steve Christie discuss that with Alice, is that her name, right? Alice?
Yeah, that could have been some.
And when they have their scene when they're working on the gutter together, and they very easily could have talked about, well, this woman, I used to worked with my parents when they owned this place, whatever, even the slightest little thing you could do to just to mention the individual, because he even reacts when he gets there. He goes, "Oh, what are you doing out here?" Like. And then when she expresses that she knows who he is and she's known the family, you see why him walking out and her standing there wouldn't freak him out until she stabbed him in the stomach.
Right.
No, but instead of setting that up, they prioritize, we need to make sure everybody knows that Alice is a prude.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
well,
what that whole scene is.
Well, because she survives because she's a prude. We know this is the rules, so they have to. I mean, they could have shoehorned both in together. Yeah. It's not that bad.
Which doesn't explain Brenda, because Brenda. Here's something that cracks me up about Brenda. She had no problem whatsoever when they're playing Monopoly, stripping down to her underwear. She goes to her room by herself, mind you. And then wears like this Elizabethan monk robe to go to bed.
A frock. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a nightgown like that when I was a kid in the 80s, so I don't know if that was just.
Yes, but was it right after strip Monopoly?
No.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
It just
is
seemed
weird.
odd. It just seemed like an odd thing to.
I mean, perhaps it was cold or drafty in the cabin, Rob.
That might be. Usually they were made of flannel-ish material. I'll just say that. So maybe it was because she walked to her cabin half naked in the rain and wanted to warm up. But yeah, agreed.
The performance fairly pretty good for like a B movie.
The acting, yeah.
All the acting is very good.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah.
they're like believable characters to
Yes,
like.
that's one of the things that I think separates this from.
I would agree.
You know.
And that, yeah, in the later entries, not as.
Oh yeah, not as good. Not as good. We'll fight. 3 is great.
I'll rewatch 3 again separately, not right after watching 2.
We'll cover that in 2 weeks' time, or at some point here.
Yeah, we might
Yeah.
be doing the whole first 4 via Zoom if
Yeah,
if the
probably.
snow does not melt.
If it continues the way it continues.
Again,
I
yeah.
know-
If you don't live on the East Coast, this weather isn't letting up anytime
No.
soon either.
No.
And we're in the teens and tens and
it's really
hot
cold.
and single digits
Yeah,
for like the next 3 weeks.
the snow isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
And my schedule is so shoddy that like
Aw.
today, like I work at 2 today. Like I would not
Yeah.
be able to be in studio today.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
Oh, which at some point I found some cool new studio equipment that is fairly affordable, and we can have a discussion because it would have to live in your apartment. So we'll talk about that at some point.
Okay,
But it would save us a lot of room, floor room.
okay, I'm intrigued.
And then
you're
all that
cool.
has to happen is Eric's just got to leave, and then
Yeah.
we'll be fine because it'll fit with him out in there.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's sorry. I meant
you can put it right on the bed where he used to
You
be.
have to-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
put him out on the street.
Yeah.
And
You
for the
sleep on the-
in 5-degree weather.
You sleep on the couch, babe. Sorry, the new
yeah,
equipment
and then
hits the bed.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? He probably wouldn't even
And-
care.
Tuck it in nicely, Sonia. Okay, tuck the equipment in very nicely. Keep it
I'll-
warm.
Yeah,
Give
I'll
him
be
a pat
gentle.
on the head.
I'll be gentle.
Um,
Do we want to talk about do a little plug for
I
the
was going
live
to say,
show?
when is this coming out? Is this coming?
This will
out?
be coming out the day after our live show.
Okay,
So,
No.
Perfect.
damn.
Come out. This should come out Thursday.
Right? Yeah,
so
because it's
the live show is Thursday. Wait, are we?
right.
No, we're 12
we're not.
day-
We're not premiering this on Friday the 13th.
No,
Are we?
have to do 4. We have to
So
do
you
4.
mean we need to do one the first week of February?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Because
let's.
we also have like if it bleeds into March, then we lose the March ones too.
That's
Okay.
true.
Okay. So let us.
This will be premiering in 5 days from now or 4 days from Thursday, whatever Thursday.
Thursday,
Right.
August,
August.
February. Yes, that 5-degree August we all like so much.
Oh yeah.
So if
Was
you
it the
are-
4th?
It would be the 4th, I
Fifth?
think.
if you're
Fifth.
listening to
The
this
5th.
live,
Okay.
February 12th of 2026, we will be hosting a live podcast,
Special Valentine's Day podcast.
special Valentine's Day podcast at the Necromantic Brew Company, I believe at 6:30 p.m. Check our socials. We will
6:30 to 9:30.
6:30.
So if you live on Long Island, particularly in the Lindenhurst area / Farmingdale area,
in the heart of Farmingdale.
yeah, come. It's going to be a wonderful night.
Will
Yeah.
be
It's an awesome place. It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of fun. Yeah.
we
Yeah,
will
it is a horror themed brewery company.
So cool.
Horror Theme Brew Company. They're incredible people there. Going to be a great crowd. We have to pack it out. So show up.
Please.
Just show up, yeah.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Be covering a fan favorite. And now I forget the name of it.
My
It
bloody
is
My
My
Valentine.
Bloody
Bloody
Valentine.
Valentine. The original My
The
Bloody
original
Valentine.
My Bloody
Yes.
Valentine.
Yes.
One of my all-time faves as well.
Yeah.
I've never
Again, another horror movie based on
A
holiday.
holiday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a Canadian one.
seen a Canadian.
Yes.
Canadian horror is one of my favorite like little subgenres. It's
Yeah.
so weird. But
Yeah.
I'm
they're-
seeing
they
my
kill it.
first viewing for live.
you're gonna see it for the first time live, Josh?
Yep.
What? Oh, nice.
I've never.
No
Seen,
shit.
yeah. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Have you seen the reboot then?
No.
Oh wow.
Newsflash,
Okay.
guys. I'm going to be seeing it for the first time as well
Are you serious?
for the live show. Yes. So how fantastic is this that
You
half of us.
guys!
half
Oh, so
of
we'll
us-
get it- we'll get
This is
our-
why one of the reasons why I was like, we should watch this movie for Valentine's Day because I've always wanted to watch it, and now this is the perfect opportunity to make myself watch it.
Oh, we're also
Oh.
we're gonna have printed out.
Wait, are we going to watch it ahead of time, or you guys?
No,
gonna
no,
watch
I'm watching it live.
when it
I'm
happens?
watching it
Oh, that's
live when it
awesome.
happens.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be so much
Amazing.
fun.
I thought
Oh my
about
God.
should I watch it beforehand, but no, especially
No,
if Josh too. This is perfect because then we have
Great.
half
it
and half.
is. I
Yeah.
love that. That's gonna be so much fun.
Yes, and there will be a drinking game. We'll have printed out ahead of time.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be a grand old time, and if we pack it out, we'll get to do more of these. So,
Yeah.
show up, show your support, and
I will also be dressing up. So
Yay!
I might be dressing up. We'll see. I want,
Oh, really?
but I don't know we'll see.
Awesome. So that's that. Come out Thursday
It'll
the
be a
12th.
great
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, right before Friday the 13th, which would then, I would guess, be our second episode,
Yeah.
Friday
Yes.
the 13th part 2, which would
Yep.
follow the next day.
Sick.
All right, awesome. All right, so back to Friday the
Is it
13th part
time
1.
for our games?
Sure, I do actually have 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
How about that?
Do you have a sting for that? Do we have a musical sting for that?
We do have a sting for it, and
Yes.
it goes like this.
2 truths and a die.
Okay, 2 truths and a lie.
Perfect.
The first truth is, Betsy Palmer took the role only after her car broke down and she needed the money. After the film's success, Adrienne King was stalked by an obsessed fan, and terrified, she asked that her role in part 2 be as small as humanly possible.
Oh.
Jason was actually meant to be real, and you were going to reveal him when they killed what's his name? I can't remember his name. His last name was Crosby.
Bill?
Bill. Yes. I don't have my glasses, obviously, so it's hard to read that. So those are the 3.
Oh. Wait, so they were going to reveal that it was Jason, but just changed it?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's the lie.
Me too. Yeah.
Josh?
I think that's got to be the lie. Because I know she was actually stalked,
Oh,
which is weird because I
girl.
think in the beginning of the second movie she's being stalked in her apartment, and then the other one,
Betsy's car.
I'd
Mhm.
buy it totally.
I totally would buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely
Yes,
buy
I-
that one.
Especially in the 80s, horror was like lowbrow. If you did horror, it was like someone had a paycheck. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think we're all saying 3 is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, I could see seeing this script and hearing this pitch and being like, no chance. And then your car breaks down when you're leaving. You run back. Hey,
Right.
can I get a front on the payment for it? And I'll do
I
the
know
job.
for a fact
Yeah.
that one's true. I know for a fact that's true because she did do it for a paycheck.
Okay. Well, the joke's on me because it is number 3.
All right, very good. Yes.
Another fun fact was that bathroom, that's kind of gross bathroom that's in there, was a
Mhm.
set, and they left it up because there was a time they had to. There was a break in filming, and it was locked up and everything. But they came back, and they don't know if a hiker or somebody thought it was a real bathroom,
Oh no.
And-
Oh,
were-
how about that?
and they came back to a rather
Oh.
large deuce and
Oh.
someone had to clean that up.
Oh God.
Because if you
Oh.
watch very carefully when they're washing what's her name's washing her hands,
Yeah.
it's clearly just like a spigot that's coming out of the.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not a real bathroom, but
Oh.
they made their way back to that.
Oh,
Oh, I feel
Yeah.
so
not
bad for.
cool.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
Oof.
So all right, awesome.
So
We can.
So we're
Slash or
doing a
smash?
slash match? Yeah.
Sasha, okay, let me pull
This is
that
a
up.
very smashable cast.
Very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I mean,
okay.
a lot of 80s horrors. I mean, that's
That's kind
Yeah.
of
Smashability was a
Right.
major casting point.
You are correct.
unless it was the third one, in which case I this is an actual true
That's-
fact.
Wait till we get to the third one, Josh. We're doing them. We're doing them all.
I will cover why they cast most of those actors, and it's for a very dumb reason.
Okay.
But it, yeah. Betsy Palmer.
Slash.
Slash.
I
I
Yeah.
would slash.
She's too
Too,
creepy.
she's too creepy.
it's
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
Wait, I'm going to say smash, but only with the knife in her hand.
That's okay.
There you go.
All right.
Oh my
Very good.
There you go. What do you think of
Very
that?
good.
You
Rob's
have
got some kinks.
I'm
Yep.
disturbed. That's
immediately
what I
slotted
am.
into Joe's position.
And
Yes.
I didn't know you were into blood play, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kink shame you.
wow, interesting. No wonder you're so into those special effects.
Yes, exactly. They weren't originally for the movie.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh, they were for movies, all right.
Yeah.
Unreleased.
Yeah, unreleased Super 8.
Oh,
Josh, that's your
God.
father. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
very funny.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Josh is at the house where that went down, by the way.
Yeah.
So that's even
Oh,
more disturbing.
he's probably heard me scream from the bedroom. Oh, B
Oh,
negative.
boy.
B negative.
Oh,
Oh, positive. And I'll just walk out the room like completely bloody. All right, you guys ready for dinner? Anyone?
do I have something on my
Who
face?
wants steak?
I just did that just to put that image in Josh's dreams tonight.
Wonderful. Adrian King or Alex.
Smash.
Which one character?
Smash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Smash. Marcy,
Smash.
Smash.
Mhm.
Marcy's cute.
Annie,
Annie. Oh,
Which one? Yeah.
the cook who dies in the beginning. Smash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jack, Kevin Bacon.
Fucking smash.
Yeah.
Bill.
Bill.
Actually, I'm a big Bill fan. And yeah,
Yeah.
very much.
Who
Smash.
is actually Bing Crosby's son? If you for those
No shit.
for you, yeah,
Shut
for
up.
you,
Really? How
for
about
you kids out there.
Yeah.
Bing
Harry
Crosby was a big old crooner back in the
Yeah.
40s and 50s.
Yeah, I thought Bill
So-
was kind of the hot one. I mean, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I love Kevin Bacon, but Bill was a bit
Yes.
more heartthrobbing.
And quite well known for beating his kids.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
yes, Harry
Yep.
powering through.
Well, good for him. He
Yeah.
did great.
Yeah, he had to act like he was getting hurt, by the way, every time someone stabbed him, because he was just like been through it.
This is nothing. Yeah.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Get lost.
Bring it on.
Brenda,
Smash.
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 Ned,
He's too annoying.
Yeah.
He was too annoying for me. I think Slash. Sorry, Ned.
Big time dweeb, Ned. Big time dweeb.
Yeah, I like dweebs and nerds, but he was just obnoxious.
Yeah.
I don't like obnoxious.
we've got Steve, this guy.
Oh,
Steve Christie.
Yeah.
Slash.
Yeah. Slash.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
he looks like I do when I have my mustache on, so not good.
Slash, yeah. And then that's kind of Crazy Ralph.
Slash.
Oh my God.
Definitely Slash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of everybody.
So I'm going to say not so much Slash, but if he was in the room with me and Betsy Palmer and the knife, just
Oh.
staring me unblinkingly
In the cuck chair.
in the cuck chair, in the cuck chair. I'm sure my wife is upstairs going, "What the
What
fuck
is
are they
happening?"
talking about?"
She only gets what you're hearing and none of the other context.
No,
I love it.
because I have my headphones on.
Oh my God. Love it. All right.
Is that it?
We covered quite a lot and we touched on
Yeah.
quite a few things in this episode.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been yet another episode of the Stabby Road podcast. Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram and, of course, TikTok. And please like and subscribe us on Instagram, TikTok, our YouTube channel. That stupid butterfly thing,
Blue
which
Sky.
which I don't even check anymore at this point. And X, which again, it's
Yeah.
the big three of the TikTok and the Instagram and the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe to all of those for more content. It helps us and it gives us the opportunity to give you more content as well. So, on behalf of all of us here today, my name is Rob Graydon.
I'm TJ Kiss.
I'm Sonia Harcourt.
I'm Stabby Tech Shot.
And thank you
for
taking
a
a
long,
long
kinky
kinky walk down the
Stabby
blood-red
Road.
chair.
That was hard to do without being able to see who's
That
going
is hard to do when we're not in the secret.
Oh, negative.
The Stabby Road podcast was created by Joe Senna, recording technicians Josh Graydon and Eric Todd. The Stabby Road podcast is a production of Fourth Castle, all rights reserved. See you next week.